是对付出很多。
虽然之前我们2-0了他们，但是他们能重新杀回来，但是然后也是不容小觑的吧，所以我们依然还是会很重视他们。
And they have been taking them very seriously, which is why we're here in this third and final game of this elimination series. Who will take that spot tomorrow? We'll have to wait to find out. But I want to hear from my panel what's going to be the key element in this third game according to them.
According to them, I mean, Team Liquid, they did go like full 5 heroes, blue heroes, last pick, water, literally, and it didn't work out for them. And also one thing to know is if we want to like check the pattern that has been happening during the main event is all Western European teams are eliminated by other Western European teams. So, you know, Team Liquid does have an upper hand here. And then we have 3 European teams left in top 3 that can eliminate each other.
But to that, I would counter being the sole Chinese team left in the top 4, and after having eliminated PSG, LGD, who are the Aster in China, Aster are really feeling that pressure of needing to perform here, because not only do you want to win for yourselves, now you feel like you're going to win for an entire region, you're carrying the hopes. So they definitely are equally as motivated in Liquid, but I just love seeing how much these two teams respect each other. I mean, the way that they talk about each other, the way that they just value each player individually and have obviously put in a lot of time preparing for each other is going to make for a great series of Dota. I mean, I think this last game is going to be a banger.
It's good for Aster that they didn't feeling the weight of an entire region, especially such a proud region, could be crushing, especially after game 1. So it's yeah, this is a scary team considering they feel that weight, and instead of it crushing them, it empowers them. And maybe that's our boy Lanham that's you know, partly to blame for that success.
For Aster, I feel personally they perform the best when XXS is on an initiator type of hero. We saw in that game 1 he was playing the Underlord, who obviously provided a lot for the draft and the team in terms of map movements. But when it comes to the way that they've traditionally taken these team fights on the back of his Mars, on the back of his other awesome initiations, if they lack that, it does feel like overall they are playing a little bit worse. So what I want to see for this game 3 coming out of Aster is just putting XXS on that initiation hero and just depending on him to win these team fights.
Yeah, I think we need to talk about Marcy in that case, because we have seen Marcy win both games and in very successful fashion. Obviously, Boxy was the star of the show for game 1. XXS on the offlane Marcy Lacoste are doing the same thing.
Yeah, the hero, I mean, this is the reason why this hero is the most popular hero of this international, just being able to close the gap. Strong laner scales really well into the mid-late game. We saw Boxy in game 1 that he can also scale from position 4. Like, people did figure out Marcy going for BKB instead of the previous builds that we had, like Blink, Interlens type of a build. And you did say Marcy win both games, but also Lashrak lost both games. And that's a big question mark for me for the game 3. Whether teams are going to prioritize this hero in the first phase, I feel like it's gonna be a no.
I think there's still merit to this hero. They just have to kind of set up for it a little better, right? Because, for example, if that Pudge from game 2 had been a Lashrak potentially playing with an Omni Knight, it could have looked better for him. But I do agree with Lacoste that it does seem solved at this point. But for Liquid, what I do want to see is Boxy on another roaming 4 just demolishing the game. Like, he has been the bread and butter early game winner for Liquid. He's the one who goes from lane to lane. He just has so much impact early on. So absolutely do not put this man on some backline support. Do not do it. Just give him what he's best at.
Yeah, it's something that I was a little bit worried about seeing Baboka on a Jakiro, Jenkins, but he crushed that one too.
Yeah, he did very well in that game. I mean, especially after the game 1 performance, it's like, no, like, give him a playmaker. Like, this guy's clearly on fire right now. But in game 2, I guess he was actually literally on fire given the Jakiro.
Only one half.
Yeah, only on, yeah, 50-50. But no, he played really well. I mean, the thing is with Jakiro is, like, for good Jakiros, it kind of is an initiation to a degree, because, like, if you're coming out of a smoke, for example, you can hit with like a clutch ice path. Like, at least there still is like clutch potential with Jakiro because of the ice path ability.
Other abilities are not as flashy. Like, you can't really do much, but he did some work. Yeah. He really put in some really good work.
It's time to find out what's going to happen. Game 3,
Asternya udah
Aster
mulai
Liquid.
nge-ban, guys. Let's go. 1 sama.
Liquid versus
Team Aster.
Team
3.
Game 3.
Game number 3. Loser goes home, winner stays alive. A lot of storylines, of course. Last Chinese team, Matu. Talked a lot about him. Everybody's rooting him on, of course. But last game, what kind of adjustments do you guys expect to see?
Marcy, man. Marcy's back.
Neither team will get Marcy.
Maka Marcy
Yeah,
back.
get that hero.
Mereka mau
Won
masukin
both
Marcy.
games.
Oh,
when
Marcy
it got picked.
ke-ban, guys.
Also, once again, Liquid second pick, Aster first pick. I think it makes total sense.
I think these teams almost always first face
Gaya
Primal
cukup
Beast
bagus
when
sih
it was in
main
the pool.
That's
And it
also
was
walaupun
ignored.
tadi nggak ada gitu ada
Yeah,
impact.
it's interesting that the Primal Beast got ignored last time.
Tapi
And
ujung-ujungnya
Aster goes for main
mereka
snatching
menang
from Liquid.
jadinya.
Yeah, so if you're new to Dota and you haven't watched so much,
Crystal
generally
Maiden
in best of
di pick
threes, the
pertama
hero that loses the first two
oleh
games is
Aster.
then first pick in the third game. That's
Support
very
lagi
normal.
kah yang akan keluar?
Happens all the time because there's nothing better than seeing a hero that got crushed twice, winning the third game to show that you're the best.
It's not her fault.
Give me Nick Slash right now.
Nick Slash.
Let's go.
I wonder also, I mean, what's in the heads of Liquid right now probably is the Sniper
What
8.
kind of
Like,
play won
Aster seems so
Liquid
confident with
do?
that hero, they just literally picked him on 8 last time. And Liquid right now is probably like, not in the easiest spot about this. You're probably already making up your minds for it. But Nick Slash might be decent no matter what. Nix is pretty good against a Sniper, you can carry place a Shrapnel if it would come out.
So just to clarify, when you say Sniper 8, you mean the 8th overall choice of the draft. That means
Yes,
both
yes,
teams have done
sorry.
2 bans.
Yeah.
That means it's the 4th pick.
Yeah, sorry. This is
So
like
pro
the
player lingo.
Yeah, it's pro player lingo,
I'm
so
sorry, yeah.
it's a good way of referring to, like, once you're in the lingo, of referring to the order in which heroes are picked. But if you're not familiar with the lingo, you're like, Sniper 8,
Tuskar,
I thought the highest roll was 5.
Oke, Tuskar itu bakal ngebunuh CM dengan cepat.
Okay, so they do
Lina
the
udah
Tusk
dipakai
Lina
selatan.
over the Lashrak.
So they're preparing for Lash.
Preparing for
Lina
Lash, yeah, it's
game,
good against
Lina yang
Lash,
sini
they would
Liquidnya
pick
cukup
it.
bagus sih dipakai mid
I
click.
think Aster could go for the Sniper once again though, if they wanted it. I mean, they picked the Sniper against the Lina in the first series, the first game, sorry.
Yep.
So they could just opt for it again.
5 seconds.
It's also Nixon pool, Lash pool.
Is Lina good against Primal Beast net? That's the question.
I think,
Apa
I
ya
think it's
counter
definitely like decent for sure.
hero mid
Like,
macam
you
ini?
should do pretty good.
Cukup banyak sih sebenarnya.
Has Ori played Primal much this
Cuma
tournament?
tergantung combo yang pengen
Oh,
dicipta.
yeah.
Waduh,
Yes.
Primal
Okay.
Beast guys.
'Cause I don't recall, none of the
Tapi
games
bisa
we had
diselamatin
with
nggak ya?
Aster, he has been playing Primal, but
Tuskar. Oh, Sniper di ban.
Okay. And the Sniper is
Axila
a
dan
banner.
Oracle. Oracle, ya Oracle
Okay,
sangat
take the beast, ban the Sniper.
berguna sih.
so how likely
Kalau
is this
diambil sama
Primal mid?
Liquid karena ultinya
I-
Primal Beast.
No, they play it offlane, but
I think
Itu kan
pretty
damage-nya
likely.
per
It's
ini.
still a flex in the end, but like
Cukup
Linas
berasa.
usually do fine, but it's a bit like two-sided because like the Probies can also get on top of the
Diesel.
Lina. So with like one rotation, for example, the Lina always has to be scared of like potentially dying. So Ori is probably fine with playing it, and it's in the end like they picked it into the Lina. Also, Oracle Lifestealer ban. I don't quite get the Oracle ban, what that is for.
Ngomong
They did
Primal
ban it
Beast
last
salah
game,
satu hero yang
I
cepat
don't,
keluar
I
setnya.
don't recall. It's a bit of a special ban. Lifestealer makes sense. Matu loves the hero, good against Primal Beast. Liquid sticking
Onslaught.
to the Mars ban as always. They didn't let Aster get that pick the last 2 times. Probably leading into Pango
So
ban as well.
I guess something to say about the Oracle ban is, first of all, it's one of Insania's absolute best heroes. Even when the hero isn't popular in the meta, he will still pick it. It blocks a ton of Primal Beast's damage, right?
True,
It
I guess.
blocks
yeah.
the entire trample, it blocks the pulverize, it gives you a hard save against the Primal. I guess it's one of the few things in the game that can even stop a pulverize, right?
That's
So,
true. Yeah, I guess
Linanya
the
sih
fate
kayaknya
is really
mid.
good.
Tuh
and you
Tuskar
also
pos
protect
4,
yourself from a
berarti pos
potential like
5 belum
Huskar,
keluar oleh
Huskar
Liquid,
Oracle
carry
second
dan
phase where they pick the
offlane.
Oracle first, and now you kind of have to,
Lalu dari
cover that base,
Aster,
and then they don't even need to go there.
kita belum tahu
So
sih
I
Primal
do think
Beastnya
there's
bakal
value
main
in it, but
jadi
it is definitely not a
hero
common
apa.
choice here that Aster are
feeling
going
gua
with. Did they-
support
I feel like they banned it last game.
Yeah, I'm not sure as well. They might have banned it. In the end, it's one of Insania's best heroes, or maybe his best hero after all. Also, we see the Punch being banned
Berarti
out. This
dari
time
ini
Aster bans it, even
tinggal
though
ban-nya
they
hero-hero
did
yang
really
bakal
well with that
combo
hero
aja
last
sih.
game. But already, they got the Primal Beast, which they might put on mid, so it's a bit weird to pick the Punch with that.
Is this telling you that they want Lesh? That they banned the Pudge? Is that setting up for that?
Omni.
Maybe they
Oke,
just think that Liquid also
mereka
loves it.
bakal
Like, they run a lot
Liquid
of
ini
this
bakal
Lina
main
Punch
hitter
combo,
sih,
where like the
buka-bukanya
Punch is
paling
like a semi-core, the
walaupun
Lina
magicnya
out of it
bisa
carries again
dihilangin juga
eventually,
sih, wall
and
dengan
bring them out to Punch.
cuman nggak banyak
Interesting
sih
to note here
harusnya.
that this is the first game where Pango is available
Kita lihat
on the
aja kalau
second
mereka
stage.
mau
As in,
full
like,
main
Liquid did not ban it,
physical
they
atau
banned the Omni
gebukan,
instead, which looked pretty damn
Aster
good
tinggal
too.
pick hero yang cukup tahan.
So the
main
Pango is definitely in
gebuk-gebukan.
both teams' minds right now. Liquid might pick it up right now as both Mickey and Zai play it.
Atau burst damage.
Okay.
Oke, supportnya keluar. Supportnya sama-sama melee, berarti bisa out
Disappeared
damage,
completely
outplay
almost in the
mereka
last few days.
oleh Aster.
Now Pango is
Gue
pretty
coba
good.
berpihak oleh Aster deh.
Yeah, so how much importance would you put on Aster having a way of breaking
Snapfire?
Tombstone? Is that something they specifically need to pick for in this game, or can you kind of play
Hello.
around it? Primal Beast is obviously very mobile.
Siapa tuh?
First of all, they need a hero that can even lane against Undying.
Yeah.
That's highest priority, I would say.
Saya
Yeah, Undying like has like these
Oh.
two annoying aspects, right? Very solid
Deva
dominant
atau
laning
oh
stage,
si
but also
Deva.
related to the Tombstone, so you can kind of think about the hero in two ways. I mean, in terms of hitting Tombstone, the Lina is already on Liquid, which is a normal answer to hitting Tombstone. The Sniper is also banned, so
Gua
they
lagi
could
nge-cast
also just go
TI
for the
nih,
approach that
yang
if the
tiga.
Tombstone is put on, they just
Lihat Aster
they just
sama
run away
Liquid.
from it, basically.
Milih siapa lu
Join
nih?
aku
Liquid have
nonton
banned
streamnya ini.
The series as well
Halo
as the
Fikri,
Naga Siren,
welcome.
which teams have used in the past. You just
Pilih
saw
siapa
the
lu?
Siren,
Gua
you
pilih
break the
Aster.
tomb. Is
Yeah.
that? I guess Naga doesn't look
Liquid
appealing
mungkin
enough
bang.
here that you can pick it with
Entah mengapa gue pilihnya Aster.
these two picks
Lebih
before
menarik.
Liquid get a counter pick into the second ban phase.
It's interesting. It also depends who on Aster will play the Naga in the end. Some people play it on +3 and 1 as well. And, oh, they go.
Alright.
Nice goal.
Siren bagus banget sih di sini, counter banget sih.
Does XXS play the Naga?
Beastmaster
it's a
ngebuk
+4
dari awal.
Guess
Berarti
it's
carry
flex
udah
for now,
keluar,
right?
offlane udah keluar, tinggal cari mid laner si Aster.
Attack speed aura for the tomb
Liquid
as
itu
well.
bakal keluarin.
Probably not the primary reason they're getting it, but what's the Beastmaster logic?
Silencer nggak mungkin lagi
this spot?
sih, udah keluar ini.
Beastmaster is a good hero. Can pick.
Sumpah Silencer bagus sih di sini.
Does this mean
Pas Primal
anything
Beast
for
mau
Primal
buka
Beast's
ataupun
position?
Prime
Are you expecting a
si
4 or can he still go?
Beastmaster buka
Expecting Primal Beast
bisa
mid
silent.
and +4 or carry Naga.
Yeah, I think so too. Interesting though, I think that Undying is a pretty strong lane against Beastmaster, right? So,
Yeah, but really bad against Naga.
yeah. I mean, do you lane Naga Beast into Undying?
Naga bisa selamatin teman-temannya kabur semua. Untuk
And the Pangolier. There we go.
Butuh
They already
silencer
have a
buat
hard
silence
lockdown for
Naga
the
emang.
role here. They
Iya,
have the
tapi di ini udah ada Pango sih keluar dari.
I guess
Mereka
if
nggak
it's a
mungkin
carry
pick
Naga, you
silence
could
sih,
see the
nggak
Axe
mungkin
come out
silencer
as
lagi
well,
karena
right? Is that a concern?
kecuali dia mau pick silencer
For
sebagai
Liquid?
carry ya,
You can always shroud
si
the
Liquidnya. Dan kayaknya nggak mungkin banget.
Axe net on Pango.
So you can ulti, you can shard, the net gets
Yes.
themselves, right? And then you keep rolling.
Udah nggak mantul
And
juga
nice
lagi
mechanic you can
nge-share-nya
always
buat
abuse.
iniin
I think if
si
the Naga is
Siren
+1,
juga kurang.
maybe she goes
Kalah
Axe,
farming
might just
pasti.
go for the other core items instead.
Butuh carry
Kalau
yang
di
bisa.
sini udah
Solid
di
lane for
anu pakai
carry
carry tuh silencer aja.
Because Pango doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of games, it's not the most free illusion
Tinggal
game hero, I guess, because
mid
of the Pangolier.
laner ya. Mereka pasti nge-ban mid
Pangolier is
laner
one of the
sih.
best illusion heroes,
Si Liquid.
but it's playable, I guess.
Monet
Kalau
loves
dari
Straw.
itu Aster bakal ban carry-carry-nya.
Yeah, Drow's still cool, actually. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Might get.
Drow looks pretty interesting, I agree.
I think Monet likes Morph. Also very good.
He played an insane morph at TI7, I remember that, when LFY looked
Snapfire
like
kan
the
pasti
team that was
bener.
going to win
Tadi
the
gue
whole
ada
tournament
sarannya
at one point.
Snapfire buat
Mone's
sebelum
morph was
mempercepat.
scary.
So Liquid thinks it's a carry Naga as they ban on Snapfire. So
I mean, whether they think it or not, you kind of have to pick your poison, right? They probably identify the options that Aster have, and they just probably choose the path that they think is the least scary, which is a support that kills Tombstone on its own. Would you agree with that?
It's interesting. I think this is a better offlane Lash game than last game. But this game they went for Pango instead.
I mean, Pango was always banned as well.
Ban apa ya hero-nya ya?
Yeah, they banned it themselves last series.
Gue nggak bayang sih Aster mau
Aster bans a Bloodseeker.
Hah,
This is also
Bloodseeker?
interesting. As like, you know,
Fuck,
Aster is
bro.
the team who plays against Pangolier, so they don't like it.
Bloodseeker di
Aster
sini.
baru kayak ini.
Is that-
Udah lumayan
is
sih,
that talent
tapi
to
tim
This
Cina sekarang.
Bloodseeker ban? Is
Pemainnya
that
lumayan
just-
lama
Okay, well, what does Matsu play
Bikin
well?
baru
It's
lagi.
Lone and
Gamenya baru, tapi
Bloodseeker
kayaknya
that we're
pemainnya
most scared
lumayan
of, or is
lama.
this setting them up for their next pick? They obviously don't have the ultimate last pick, so they're going to have to show something key here.
Carry.
I think it is good against Drow.
Okay.
The Seeker?
Yeah.
It's definitely already
Storm
good against
Spirit
Primal
emang
Beast, I
lumayan.
guess. Like, of course, Raptor
Mengganggu sih
encounters
kalau
like a
misalnya
hero who
pakai
has
Aster.
to move to deal damage.
Dapat.
What if they would have picked it themselves against Pango?
That's what I was thinking. Like, they
Liquid
could have
ini
picked it
siapa yang
themselves
main jadi
on Aster
mid
for
laner?
the Raptor and both,
Iya.
like, against Lina it's
Di
decent, against
mid
Pango it's very
laner,
good.
Pango
But they
offlane.
opt to not do so. They would have had a very melee-oriented lineup, so maybe that's why
That's true.
I don't like it so much.
So you're still Team Drow here?
It's not bad, yeah. It looks.
Magnus
the question
nggak
is,
gitu
what would
bagus,
Liquid pick if they would draw an Aster?
Bakal susah.
Yeah, Aster picks draw every game they can, I feel like.
Apa ya
Either
bisa
that or
di
carry
Aster?
Naga.
What was Forza cool as well?
Gue nggak tau hero poolnya si
Draw
Aster.
against Lina is also legit, and there we go.
Nice call.
Hah? Draw
Is it
range?
a compliment Lycan?
Buset!
Oh, that would be
Interesting sekali.
that would be very
Itu
interesting.
bisa buat ngerap mungkin kalau udah mau
Does he
kalah.
play it? Does he like it?
Enggak,
I mean,
kayaknya
I don't know
drawnya
if
mau
he
dipakai
likes
buat mid. Cuman
Oh, we've already established that Matu
Mereka
doesn't
terlalu
play
banyak hero
morph for
farming,
some
dua
reason,
hero,
so I guess we can
Siren
also say
sama
he doesn't
Bro.
play Lycan, which is like one of
cukup sulit sih nanti bakalan.
his best heroes.
Maybe
Tapi
it's a bit
silonya
annoying,
cukup
maybe, but I mean,
berguna.
of course, besides that, it's a pretty decent.
For now, you have Beastmaster problems first of all, so
Yeah.
you need to
Primal
deal with
Beast
that lane
possible.
first.
You can't pull off Phantom Lancer, right? It's also one of the classic counters to Drow. It's too hard against Primal Beast, I
I
would
feel
imagine.
like they will
Udah
even
bisa
lose
ambil
lane
Arcana,
against
Bang?
Naga Beast.
Udah dapet sendiri.
Yeah,
Tadi gua kemarin
that's
ngambil
too
claim
rough.
langsung
This Naga
SF
Beast
langsung bisa
second
pakai.
stage seem to
Nggak tahu
work
kenapa.
out.
Kayak kebanyakan bisa main ya.
I'm curious how that lane will go
Harus
nonetheless.
nunggu
But yeah,
kemarin
PL
lagi
also a bit annoying
ngambil
against
ogre.
playing against Main and the Beast.
Udah bisa
But that's
tuh.
still a pull even.
Ini ngambilnya ya.
Lifestealer, which kind of sucks.
Kemarin
right?
harus nunggu
It's not as bad,
soalnya
actually,
kan
never mind. The
banyak
Select
yang
kan.
run.
Worse, but it's
Banyak
also
yang
not
ngambil
good.
kan.
Iya.
Kayaknya
Matu
susah.
go. Maybe it's a Lycan in the end.
I guess Lycan or PL are our best ideas. So
I like Lycan.
Lycan is the closest thing to Lone Druid that you're gonna get, right?
I feel like we're missing out.
True.
I feel like we're missing out on something.
Kayaknya bukan Lycan.
Nice.
Oh, next stalker.
Okay.
Oh my god, Lina carry cuy.
Oh no.
All right.
Enggak, Lina mid.
Is
Waktu Baman.
safe.
Yo,
Carry and
ampun, next
I feel
stalker
like
carry
Naga
cuy.
will destroy this lane so hard.
Wow.
Wah,
Okay.
draftnya sih
Yeah.
menarik
Alright.
banget.
You guys have to choose a winner now after seeing that.
Monet
It's
carry.
over, it's over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I'm on
Kobe's
board with
called.
Aster, guys.
Boboka offlane.
I mean, I feel like the Lina is like decently
Beastmaster
strong this game.
mid,
She has to play against Raw and
XXS.
Drow though. It's not easy.
Gue lupa loh
this
yang main
Night
midnya
Stalker
dari
last pick I'm a bit
SSS.
curious about. I don't think it's the freest Night Stalker game. I feel like Beastmaster should have a good
Sumpah
lane
menarik
against
banget
it.
sih ini draftnya dua-duanya
Do you
unik
feel
lah.
like Night Stalker is a solution against Drow in general? Like, he can obviously get on top of her, but the supporting cast around it with Song of the Siren, with Roar.
Yeah.
Is it-
Oh, turnamen di mana ini?
Like,
Lupa
this
aku
draft is
sebenarnya.
really based around Mickey and Lina. Like this Lina is like the
Singapura.
turret that is gonna stand at the front and four
Singapura.
heroes go in for him.
Singapura.
So if Mickey is like having a good start, he can carry this game.
Agak kecil gitu tempatnya.
Okay, so
Tempatnya
with
nggak gitu
that,
bagus
I believe
menurut
Sir
gua.
Action
Nggak mewah.
Slice is with Blitz. Let's see what they have to say
Ya mau ngarep
about
apa,
this game
Singapura
number
juga
3
nggak gitu
draft.
gede.
Hello, everybody.
Tempatnya kan nggak ada yang
I'm
bisa
here with
gede
Blizzard
banget kayak
again
itu
of
banget lah.
Team Liquid.
Ini mah
So,
kayak
yeah.
GBK
I know
ini.
you guys
Lu
usually
kalau mau
run
lihat
down the
mirip-mirip
clock
GBK.
for the memes, but that one looked like you were really discussing till the end. Do you feel like this is one of the harder drafts that you guys have had to do this event?
Yeah,
Cuman
I mean, for sure.
tombol
Aster
penontonnya
is
lebih gede
such
sih
a sick team.
daripada GBK.
We're really scratching our heads, and we told Matu,
Lebih
if it's the last
banyak lah.
game, what do
Iya.
you want to play? What do you want to go out on? What do you want to have fun on? And so we let him choose.
All right, and there we go. The Night Stalker, huh? Do you believe in his choice? Do you think he's got it? Does he feel it? He got the energy from the booth?
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good. I mean, he's a pretty bad Night Stalker, but you know, it's his choice.
All right, my friend. Well, I gave Lanham the choice last time, so I'm going to let you have one more speech out there to everybody watching. Your crowd favorite here. So any words out there to the audience?
Yeah, you know, if this is our last game and this is Last Day's last game, I know he really appreciated all the support. It truly means a lot to me just to be up here. We're blessed every single day. Thank you to the fans that are watching. You really make this all possible. Every year I realize that more and more. So thank you everybody who came here to see Last Day play.
Statnya
And the
aja
rest of
nggak
our team.
ketutup.
This one's for you.
Biasa kan
All
ketutup
right,
itu
we'll
ya.
throw it right over to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you, Slacks and Blitz. And like you said, game 3 underway. And I believe the first 10-minute discussion here by both of us will be about Matu Night Stalker and what we think. I mean, the idea of a hero jumping on top of Drow makes sense. I would assume an Aghanim Scepter might be something that he'll prioritize, along with obviously the BKB and a Blink Dagger. Am I missing anything else here? You can eat the boar when you get the shard. Actually, you can eat whatever Helm of the Dawn, right? Does that work?
Yeah, you can
During
eat
nighttime.
you can eat the Helm of the Overlord even.
Sebenarnya lihat aja
Right?
paling banyak
It's the
siapa.
only thing in the game that counters that, which I think was a big part of what
Is that
inspired.
only
Kemungkinan
during
besar Aster sih.
nighttime, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
So it's all about getting...
Now you're making me question myself.
Yeah, I know. I do that all the time. Sorry about that. Boxy's going to
Dia mau
ice shard his way
ini
onto the low
sendiri,
ground. But to
turunin.
be met by Boboka. Gonna have some nice blocks.
Wes.
Yeah, it only targets Ancients at night, so that's the only time he can kill the Overlorded Ancient creep.
Yeah, okay.
Primal Beast mid,
But
cuy.
yeah, this is a completely out of left field pick. Nobody expected it. You heard Entity, they were not expecting it at all. Stormstormer and Toby, obviously, and I'd be willing to bet that Aster had no clue this was coming either. So, you know, that's sometimes surprise things like this show up amazingly, and sometimes they fall flat. Either way, it's a really creative response here for Liquid, and it's a polarizing carry.
Emang nyebelin Lina di
Nightstalker
mid.
has his games, but he also has games where he falls completely flat.
You are the expert on this hero too.
I used to play it mid. It was a different time. You don't go that build anymore. Well, to be fair, nobody went that build.
What was the build?
I went Earn Ewells.
Oh my god.
It was different. Yeah, it sounds horrible now, doesn't it?
Just awful.
It worked back then.
Siren
Your
support tuh.
career makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
We are into the
Everyone
game.
was awful.
Buat ngonter tim itu
Simon's
doang
getting
berarti
pushed
andain
out here by Zai playing the Pangolier.
sama Lina supaya nggak
Yeah,
cepet
talk to me
ngeluarin damage.
about the Drow range because you guys all predicted it. Why is it so good this game?
So first of all, you have the Beastmaster aura, which is nice for ranged right-click carries. Secondly, Liquid don't have the best backline jump, right? And it's also just a favorite of Aster's in this tournament. You saw them play Sniper 2 games in a row. They like playing Monet on this heavy long-range artillery, so it just fits the bill. The only catch that Liquid had until they picked the Nightstalker that could maybe get on top of her is a Tusk or a Pango, which both kind of get countered by Force Staff. So you naturally want to buy Pike on this hero anyway, so it feels good. And that's why we have so much focus on this NS, because I think he has a very clear job in this game that he needs to perform. And if he does get to do that, it could look amazing. So mid lane, something we talked about as well, how well does Lina do against Primal? So far so good for Mickey. He's been playing a great Lina this tournament in general. He won with it in game 1.
Well, what's the reason that Primal, I wouldn't say he's fallen off necessarily, but he was completely ignored in the first 2 games, I believe. This is a hero that was picked or banned in basically every game in the group stage and a lot of the main stage.
Yeah, I don't know why
Lagi
they
di warnet,
didn't consider
Diva.
it good enough. It's hard to
Di
remember
rumah,
all the
di rumah.
drafts by heart, because there might have been some counters in play or other heroes picked that, you know, just bumped his priority down a little bit. But it was pretty surprising to see overall, given how even the later stages of this tournament, Primal's just been like a top tier prioritized hero.
I mean, we even cast a game, I believe it was Ace playing Primal Beast, where like, there's 3 hard counters this year, and he destroyed.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't even matter.
Oh, top lane, big damage onto Zai here.
Zai-nya sulit mati sih. Damage-nya sakit.
Gets off the swashbuckle with the tag team
Nice,
combo
first
as well,
blood,
but it's
Aster
not
kill
enough.
duluan.
Ini nontonnya di Dota langsung dah.
Enggak, nontonnya di Twitch.
Oh.
Frostbite from Siamese Cat.
Dapat 2. Nice, Aster. Gue tebak Aster menang. Harusnya.
Obviously not a good start here for Liquid. You can see what they're going with the swashbuckle tag team combo is extremely strong. There's not enough damage yet.
Drow has pretty decent armor. She's playing with 7 armor in the lane with the Wraith.
Mulai rese, Boboka udah mulai rese.
Crystal Maid just...
Terus
Crystal Maid
satu
is
habis
really
skill
good
3 dia
against this
udah
lane, I have to say.
ngeprok
Like the
tuh
slow
mulai
against
rese.
Tusk is amazing for countering out tag team. You have Frostbite as a disarm as well. Like there's not enough in the tank there for Liquid. And it's kind of understandable that they're, I wouldn't say they're desperate, but they're really eager to try to find a kill in this lane because that's what's going to give them comfort.
Warna merah. Mahal sih.
But that was just not the time.
Crimson,
Maybe
ya?
level 3 timing would have been a lot stronger for them with 2 in tag
Crimson
team
mahal,
perhaps,
Bang.
or 2 in the either Crash or Swashbuckle.
3 juta atau berapa
See, Zai will choose the Crash here. Instant Frostbite. He's gonna
Oke, bisa mati lagi Zai. Sayang sekali tidak.
Gets the swash off, but he's going to lose a lot of creeps to denies, it looks like. Can't really get too close. You can hear Primal Beast just belching in the background. I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, you love that.
Up top lane.
Oke, CM-nya mati.
Multi-shot
CM
coming
mati.
out.
Fix mati.
Siamese Cat's in a lot of trouble, though. He's going to get taken out finally here from the Liquid side. As Zai will barely get away.
Nggak bisa. Monetnya belum ada damage
Monet
banget
just
sih.
continuing to get these the CS. He's 16 and 5 right now versus the Nightstalker, which is Matu, of course.
Kalau Draw
23
Ranger
and
ini
3
nggak
in the
boleh
opposite
dilepas
lane.
sih
So,
lainnya kayak gini.
in terms of the position 1 CS, it's Liquid favored right now.
Kalau jadi
Obviously,
sakit itu.
kill-wise, not so
Iya,
much.
maksud bukan itu masalahnya. Kalau dia mau jadi,
Just finding some great
nggak boleh
Yes.
ditinggal.
3
CM-nya nggak
mangoes
boleh
that he
ninggalin.
can
Kalau
use
di
during
CM sekali
nighttime,
ninggalin,
which is coming up.
itu Tuskar itu
Quickly to
gampang banget
chase.
tuh. Nah, kayak gitu tuh. Dia akan langsung masuk.
Oh iya.
Turn this around onto Zai.
Mati Bang.
Nice kill for Aster.
Iya.
An attempted TP out from Boxy should be fine.
Nggak boleh ditinggal karena dulu pengalaman ditinggal kayak gitu,
It
langsung
still
gua
feels bad, right? Because
diincer
you're
langsung
abandoning a
sama
lane with creeps in that
Tuskar kayak
all
gitu.
this experience just effectively going to waste now. Monet is going to be close to level 5 when Zai returns on level 3. This top lane is just... It's toast for Liquid. This lane is not good, but the other two are going great. So both the Lina as well as the Night Stalker having a good time.
Di sini langsung GG ya.
Now from Matsu could lead to some aggression in the bottom lane.
Sekarang kayaknya buat nendang-nendangin doang sih. Nah, supaya dia nggak nendang-nendangin, si Ren ini counternya. Si Ren tuh counternya pandai. Juga.
But at the very least, Matsu
Karena Stalker kalau misalnya masih early belum ada apa-apa, belum ada BKB, ya udah. Kunci siram, kunci jawaban. Semuanya sih kunci siram.
38-12 versus Ori's 23-1.
Rese kan tuh, udah ada.
Mickey with the huge advantage as bottom lane. Insania getting gone on for the time being, but basically out of mana at this point. But 3 mangoes there for Moss if he wants to feed his support a bit.
Beastmasternya udah ada.
It is actually kind of tricky for the NS when you look at it. There's both the Orb of Venom on the Naga and the Boars. When the Boars hit level 3 here in a second, this slow is going to be pretty substantial. Struggle to play as aggressively as you would like. Loving this from Mickey though, in the mid lane, getting half the tower, playing very aggressively with his siege creep wave. Could even choose to glyph it here and just squeeze as much out of this as possible, but we'll choose not to.
yang menang Lina sih.
Iya,
We do have the Crystal Maiden setting up, so Ori hitting level 6 from this wave. Pichu is in the neighborhood in case an opportunity opens up, but looks like not the case, so we'll just back off, cover at that angle.
This'll come in handy.
And in the meantime, Money is just having the time of his life top, just running at Zai. Look at that damage with the multi-shot. Zai now down to 200 health. This, I think, I dare say, might be Zai's lowest net worth this tournament, minute 7.
Yeah, Pango versus these long-range heroes. Any hero that can orb walk is a pain for this hero.
1600 net worth on Pango to the 2800 of Beast, so 1000 net worth difference between the offlaners. And Zai is just not being given any space. He buys a Ring of Health to try to sustain, but he's almost by the Crystal Maiden here. Yeah. Has to back off once again, and it's tricky now for Boxy as well, right? Because where do you go as Tusk? It's hard to gank mid against the
CCR mana juga tuh supportnya
get away with this onslaught.
Bottom lane, we're going to see the Tombstone come out with the Void, but XXS can just TP away, knowing that the Void is on cooldown.
The Tombstone used as well, pretty long cooldown.
Yeah, but still, Matu farming extremely well, and
Beastmaster ke bawah.
expecting here from early on. He's going to get, he has the phase boots.
Beastmaster ke bawah,
the Helm of the Iron Will very early, so we can turn that into the armlet soon.
Ceter.
Onto Insania. Trample to follow. Soul Rip's not going to be nearly enough to heal him out of that. And top lane, again,
si Zai juga mati. Enggak, Boxy.
Boxy gets off the health. Sounds going to get canceled, but can he get out of this? He pops another one, it looks like. He's still going to live.
Enggak.
And Zai
coba ngeprok itunya, ultinya.
Is there.
Mati tuh. Dia kayak gak mati aja.
Dia dua kali pakai botol buat regen. Ini 2 hit itu, 1 hit itu udah ke penuh kerigen lah, kebalik.
I think that ship has almost sailed. It's 8 minutes in and he has no net worth. So his recovery curve is way too hard.
Okay.
He has the lowest net worth in the game.
Oh, nice LSA. Pulverize came in, or Ori still had Pulverize available.
Nice.
Looks like this is going to be a kill, but the good blade comes out onto Ori. That is enough to turn this around as Liquid TP in spades. Double kill
semuanya
for
TP
Matu.
langsung.
Mati
langsung. Sirennya. 3, anjay. Mereka langsung dapat banyak.
Great punish. Also at the same time,
hitnya langsung jebol juga pula. Oke. 1 hit lagi, tapi dia kena. Dia masuk ke dalam hutan.
He has been on 10% HP the entire game, it feels like.
Yep.
But Liquid, like you said, in the other 2 lanes, pretty damn good. They get the tier 1 mid as well.
Langsung aktif ini, Matumbaman momennya aktif.
With another minute to go on the night.
Berarti atasnya bentar lagi bakal di-kill dan yang ada TP harus ada TP sih. Siap-siap.
But with this natural night still happening, he might go for the dive here.
Teman-temannya nggak ada yang TP. Dia pasti dead.
Botnya dihancurin.
Midnya juga udah dihancurin. Mid dihancurin lebih penting.
It's gonna loosen their bot tower. XXS with the Helm of the Dominator will push this tower in at 9, but if Liquid can get this trade top, I think they're pretty happy with this. Like, given how terrible Zai's lane is, he's found his level 6. They bring this down as well. Starting to stabilize a little bit more. As for Matsu's build, I think you go armlet. He's getting the shard, which is just a given here against Beastmaster. Probably just BKB after, right? I don't think there's any reason to buy Ags when the Naga is support. You'd rather get some hard single target initiation on Emeke.
Kayak gitu tuh.
Snowball comes in from Boxy, but Mickey taking the brunt of the damage from these illusions. Gets off the Laguna Blade though. Man fight versus Ori, but looks like he's resigned to his
Kurang
death.
damage-nya.
Wah! As Mickey
Dapet.
drops to XXS in the end.
Geser dong
Sky is
sisa.
rolling thunder.
Kena.
Not doing a ton here. He's gonna be able to snag the invis rune at the very least. But we got the onslaught coming in, but no vision. Almost will
Udah
get
vision
clipped a bit by the
bisa itu
trample.
nge-kill. Halo, welcome yang baru datang.
Now they know there's no
showing up
sentries
there
at
with
least.
the Hurricane. Pushed back into Lina for the kill.
Halo Nico,
And they're
Nico
going to turn this
Dawa.
into a tower push. So this is kind of scary times for Liquid. You don't have Dark Ascension for 10 seconds, but at least you have the Glyph. Maybe it's enough to hold this tower. Zai obviously has the Invis rune, which is something they also have to be wary of. They know he has it. He could be anywhere right now. That's how Invis works.
Oh, Soccer ada ulti bener kan?
Thank you.
And he's actually going to... Oh, that's an Observer Ward. Never mind. He's not going to respond.
Lah malah di stuck deh.
He gets some important information that Liquid could act on here. Still no Rolling Thunder, and now he's showing. Roar was
ulti.
out.
Jadi Biska ini.
Really
Nggak jadi.
He's playing
Iya lah,
very
nggak
cocky
ketemu
right
Nico.
now, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that a lot of his team is in the area. But XXS is quite tanky, going for the Wraith Pact, of course, after the Helm.
Yeah, maybe you just don't go Helm of the Overlord at all.
Because he can eat it?
Because of NS. Like, maybe it's not worth it.
It's only half the time.
It's a lot of
Nah,
it.
Soccer langsung mau main
And
yang
when you enter a
Denysyap,
team
jadi kan
fight, you don't have
soalnya bisa
Ancients
balik
nearby,
sih.
right? So you bring your
Makan
Ancient, he
creep.
eats it, and then...
Bikin
And
mana
even if
sama
you're
ini,
using it to
gue
split
balik.
push, you're essentially just funneling in a lot of gold into NS. So I feel like we've seen this before when Night Stalker
udah mau
offlane
jadi.
started becoming a pseudo counter to Beast, that Beastmasters would just bypass Overlord because you're kind of just giving too much over.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this approach. You still want the Dom because it just does that much this early in the game, but don't spend too much net worth on just getting creeps eaten.
Ori
Nggak
on
kena,
the other side
nggak
of the
jadi.
ice shards.
Next
Nice
Stalkernya nggak
done
jadi buka
from
ulti.
him.
Tapi pasti,
But
next
you see
Stalker
the
nggak jadi buka
CM
ulti.
here as Matu able
Nggak jadi
to
next
get
sana.
the 4
Ya
shot
udahlah,
off.
CM5 doang.
It's a lot of damage coming out from
Abis ini langsung pasti mereka mau langsung
That's Dark
hajar
Ascension. I think he was hoping to get a bigger kill on the Primal Beast there, but Boxy's charge just barely too short, not clipping. What a weird net worth distribution this is.
Kalau gue jadi Aster sih
They
bakal
could easily
coba
have the top
nge-kill
2,
sih habis sih.
and then they easily
Ultinya
have
habis.
6th. It's
SOD.
which isn't too
Yeah,
unhealthy for
SOD.
their lineup, to be honest.
Karena
If
udah
there's a
pasti
hero
nggak
in this
ada
game that can have low
ulti
net
Night
worth and
Stalker.
still find major
Nggak bisa
impact,
kabur.
kind of is the
Kalau bisa
Peggle
juga
here,
dapat
right?
Night
So
Stalker.
it's not a
Aduh,
requirement
ada apa
for
nih?
Zai
Ada
to
apa
be
nih?
farmed.
Ada apa
Maybe he's
nih?
going to go something like a dagger and just try to find a good ult hero there, or at least eat the roar for his Night Stalker, which is also really important. Yeah, very close for now.
We've seen games, I think it was at the Arlington Major, Night Stalker. It might have been, was it Carry Night Stalker? Yeah, I think it was Saber.
Oh, dia mau langsung kostak.
You
Bagus sih.
get the shard, you get
Dia
Midas
kabur.
every game, but it seems that has fallen off. Maybe a little too risky, being kind of pushed down by the likes of Beastmaster and Drought. But will be actually not going shard first. Has the
Midnya belum
Ogre Club
jebol.
right now.
So he will go
Midnya
BKB.
Radiant, midnya Liquid.
Shard definitely adds a lot of farm.
Sedangkan
Yeah, and
Aster udah kalah.
that doesn't
he
get
can't
much.
be adjusting to XXS not going Overlord because he
Tower.
wouldn't know that yet.
Tapi network lebih gede Aster loh,
Sure.
aneh.
He just thinks the BKB is the
Mat
better
kalah aja
timing,
nih.
wants to be able to fight sooner rather than later. And it is a mandatory item in NS carry this game. You can't play without it. He has to have it. Or it's going to get kited too hard.
I'm showing in the bot lane now is
Oke, botnya mau
Ori
dihajar,
going to
tapi
town,
nggak
but
jadi.
not going to connect onto
Ngeprank
Matu. But
doang.
the TP is coming in, so Liquid want to defend. See the Troll Summoner out and about, got the rally skeletons ready to go. Actually, it's only one.
Torpiting,
It's a
torpiting.
singular
Oke,
rally,
atasnya
not
harusnya
very powerful
diincer
at
si
all.
Rainnya. Nggak jadi.
But Matu
Karena
defends
posisi udah
successfully.
dekat sama tier 2.
And in terms of itemization for Mickey, looks like I think they're trying to line up these BKBs
midnya
on both him
jebol.
and
Bocor
Matu
itu.
right now.
Gara-gara ini.
Looks like he's already picked it up
Troll
actually.
yang ini deh.
So we'll see if they fight a little early
Kemauan
on. But
kelihatan ya?
Tier 1
Iya,
tower
sakit banget.
might get denied. No, not even a chance here. So a freebie for Aster.
Enak itu kalau jadikan push itu.
Beastmaster with a troll creep
kalau
and
banyak.
2 boars.
Dia kayak
They
pantau.
don't need to risk anything by putting a hero.
Oke, Beastmasternya bisa diincar, Kisahnya sendiri.
Summons to
Kalau
it, stand
di
back. And Boxy also doesn't really dare to
Dan
commit
bentar lagi
onto
malam
killing
lagi.
the summons. First
Bentar
of all,
lagi
it's
aktif
terrible
lagi.
at it, but even if you
Harusnya
were
ini
to
saya
try,
mati
you could
bentar
die
lagi.
in Aurora, so
Yeah,
you just
Harusnya.
have to give that one up, but you
Kecuali
can
dia
look for
balik.
your own move. Liquid will try to find some sort of opening, and there might be a little bit of a false feeling of safety here with that Hawk finding nobody. Liquid know it's
Balik
there though, because
semua.
they have a sentry. But this could open up a potential play for them if they can somehow get the right vision. They see XXS on this ward at the bottom tier 1. But no way to invade.
Yeah, so it's just going to continue to be farm session here. As I should mention, Baboka, you did bring up the potential Aghanim Scepter. It is not a carry, Naga, of course, but be able to get the ensnare on the Rolling Thunder, but it feels like Pango does go shard every game anyway.
Yeah, then you ensnare the Night Stalker instead, which is true, mega high impact. So
Masih nonton ya, Jong? Ini lagi streaming.
If he gets there on the
Dapin.
Naga, it could be a game deciding
Tanggal 5, gua kayaknya kan
usually
mau
support
makan
Nagas will
makan
not get this until pretty
tanggal
late,
5 aja
but
sore ya
given
gua.
the map control that Aster have and the way they're
Ya,
playing,
tanggal 5.
if they just keep pushing out these lanes with the Beast Master, with the Primal Beast, and Naga gets to
Ada
jump
acara
over
di
this,
Hera
you get
mana,
there
ajak
eventually.
Bitcoin apa segala, ajak
He's been
Bitcoin
giving a
sama
lot
Alia.
of space. You can see
Sebelum
Baboka
kuliah
is
Hera, gua
fully
rasa
committed
makan
to the
dulu kali ya,
idea. He buys the
ngumpul-ngumpul
blade
mau
of
nggak?
Alacrity first.
Lu jam berapa kuliah nih?
Jam
5 sore.
Siang
dulu nanti. Makanya gua nanya dulu nanti.
So
Nanti kita coba ngomongin.
Liquid is thwarted.
Sabtu.
That's a Dark Ascension. So
Coba man, ke ulti tapi nggak ada yang bisa diincer.
So Matu's going to be at a big disadvantage.
Liquid are going to try to put it to
Akana.
use here.
Okay.
So
They're going to lose their tier 2 in all likelihood, but they can get this first Roche.
Turbo kehitung full atau
It's
hitung
pretty
full
much the
satu.
biggest value they could get out of this.
Fullnya turbo bisa. Bisa.
Might be a contest. There's a smoke here from Aster. Zai's going to get off the Rolling Thunder. It's only been an illusion to start. Baboka looking for the song, but he's getting
Ya, gak keburu, nyangkut. Sirenya nyangkut.
The roar applied to Zai, but it's
GG,
really just a
anjir.
delay tactic.
Itu bagus banget sih ngelok.
On top of this, but Monet Company still want to fight, but he's going to
Ya,
get bladed. Mickey pops the BKB. Focusing on the CF, but down on the other side of the tree line. Taking the right clicks. Looks like he's going to be the first to fall in this engagement. But Pango died on the other side, and now they're going to get the Night Stalker. Matu in a lot of trouble.
Iya, ditogel amletnya. Oke, tapi dapat si Lina. Harusnya ditinggalin si Linanya nih. Nah, bener. Menang enak di Aster sih dapatnya hitungannya. Aegis hilang ini harusnya Lina mati.
Yeah, what a great fight from Matu that was. Just perfect armlet toggles, keeping him alive 2
Tapi
times in a
armlet
row.
bagus
So
banget
at
tadi.
the very least, Liquid get out with him alive, but they do lose their Aegis and the second life on Lina, so can't really consider it a true win. At the very least, they don't need to worry about the Roche going Aster's way in the next minutes, but Aster, I think, still should be feeling pretty good about this overall exchange,
Sumpah itu
considering the
buka
song
di
didn't
lock
get
kayak
them
gitu
the
sama
Aegis
Zai bagus
contesting.
banget. Terus Tuskarnya ke
And
connect
they
lagi.
rode the Pango, I should say,
Kiranya.
just to save the Naga, so they didn't have this for the Lina or for the NS, which also prompted Liquid to feel strong in this fight, right? But keep a look at Matu here. So first the Pulverize here comes out, no follow-up damage is available.
Ranger
He's
free hit sih,
frosted.
aduh enak
He's going
banget.
to toggle out of this one with Monet shot mid-air.
Coba
and the
ngepak
charge. We're back to
Oke, ada kikilan lagi. Sam harusnya mati.
Looks like Siamese Cat's gonna be the first to
Tinggal,
fall.
tinggal,
And XXS
tinggal.
is the one that's completely surrounded, so
Nggak bisa apa-apa
wrong
lagi.
territory for him. Matu gets credit for that one, and he is very close to a BKB.
That was a killing spree, so some extra gold on that one for NS. 100 gold to go.
Still another 2 minutes in the nighttime. So he should have his BKB in his inventory
Light
with
pin
nighttime
biar
still
masuk
here.
itunya,
If Liquid
kompes orang
wanna
atau siapa.
try to take advantage. Of
Nonton
course,
dan.
still has Dark Ascension.
Dota gua aja nge-stuck nggak bisa
And
di
does have the
outlet.
shard, by the way, so has been eating creeps. So I guess he went for
Maklum
the
lah,
casual
HDD.
ogre axe into
Ganti lah
shard,
SSD.
and now is finishing.
SSD gua pakai, cuman kecil.
Iya.
I guess he changed his idea.
Tambah lagi ya
Changed his mind halfway.
Beliin cong.
Seems like a little bit of a weird way to do it.
BCA bisa tinggal ambil SSD-nya laptopnya.
Good boy from
That
the
ogre club,
casting.
it seemed to save him in that last fight.
Semoga,
I
semoga.
guess so.
Extra HP is pretty nice.
Katanya orang tua Cina
XXS
zaman dulu
close to
jago
connecting
nyari
the war
duit.
there, but not quite.
Locked up, Liquid not wanting to engage, it looks like. Very even game. And Aster showing some balls. I mean, they fought despite not getting the Aegis.
Yeah,
Not
and
having
throwing the
Song.
roar in the Pango, yeah.
Yeah, no roar as well.
But sometimes, even with key cooldowns in Dota, if you have the right angle and you get to take the initiative, it can work. And I don't know if you would consider that fight successful for either team. It was kind of a draw, but you could see where Aster were coming from. The fact that Pango roll is down is very important for especially the Primal Beast, who now has BKB. So the next fight will be of a totally different nature coming out from Ori. Liquid might choose to smoke here.
Jadi ultinya si Siren udah gak gitu berguna buat Night Stalker.
Aster in a strong offensive position down here, pushing the tower with Ori in front. They have the ward covering the back angle. And they're going to expect Liquid to do this because of the no heroes on the map. They have the prediction that this play is coming. Liquid do have Dark Ascension though.
Ketahuan.
Dark Ascension, but he's the focus to get roared inside his BKB. So he mitigates a ton of this damage. Now XXS is the one stuck basically on this flip area. He's going to get right click down quite easily. Nice kill to start things out for Liquid. Zai on the other side here is Laguna Blade's going to find Siamese Cat, so just like that, it's 5v3. Now Mickey pops his BKB, dibuka. No man's land. His team still has Song available if they need to pop it, they will. Mickey, his BKB runs out, and the rest of Aster are going to be able to walk away, it looks like.
Tetap aja. Kabur doang kan jadinya.
Outstanding fight from Liquid there. The BKB usage was just perfect, right? Matsu
yang mesti nunggu Draw Ranger bisa benar-benar free hit dan
connect on the roar outside of BKB, so he committed all his stuff to go in on the Beastmaster, or sorry, on the Night Stalker. Together with Beastmaster, that play fails. Then Beastmaster's isolated and gets killed. Pango in the meantime is completely cutting off Drow from the entire fight for like 10 seconds. We're going to see the replay here. So look at this. This BKB crucial, right? Otherwise Ori plus XXS and the Drow probably just kill off Matsu, but he stays alive. And now Pango on the bottom right is just rolling Drow out of the picture, quite literally, the entire fight until he finally gets to turn around now. The fight's already over. This play was kind of crazy for Mori. I don't know if he accounted for if he thought Mickey had used BKB. It turns into a BKB trade in the end, which isn't all the worst for him, but yeah.
Mereka masih mencoba untuk
jebol bawah. Now for Team Liquid. And the Aghanim Scepter for Baboka almost there, 80 gold away, and he'll be able to ensnare the Rolling Thunder, as we've said, and of course, more importantly, he'll be able to reel in enemies, Cinderin.
Yeah, we haven't seen that used very much.
And if we have, we've forgotten about it. I like the concept, but
Black Hole Mini gitu kan.
It has not been very favored to do in
Kenapa
this.
nggak Denysyap juga ya?
Other than that, the axe is great.
Walaupun itunya BKB ya bisa ngerti.
Why that is.
Yeah, so Zai is not buying the shard that Toby talked about as kind of a pseudo counter to ensnare Axe, but he's going Lotus, which is another way of solving it. Doesn't have it yet though, so this coming fight could be a big surprise factor for Zai, where he's relying on going in on the Drow. If he gets ensnared and Drow gets to focus him for a few seconds, he dies. The fight's going to be of a totally different nature than the last one.
Yeah, I mean that's the downside of Lotus, is it's way more expensive than shard, obviously, and he is pretty far away.
The upside is he can use it on NS if he gets ensnared.
True.
So that is a pretty big help.
He'll get both, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah.
As he's actually had to use a tome for himself. That just shows how rough of a game it has been for Zai. As the tier 2 tower is going to go down one way or another as the tombstone is placed.
Dapat.
Coming in from Ori, pretty much full duration here on Insania, but he's more than healthy enough to continue the fight. Is now Ori is stuck in no man's land.
mati. Dan teman-temannya bakal diincar dan bakal mati juga beberapa. BKB dibuka oleh Nestalker. Lalu saya menjadi biarin aja gitu jalan. Tinggal diincar yang lain.
Song was available, but still BKBs were up.
I think
he might still have to use it here.
It only just came up towards the end of that. Have it to save Ori. I think he could have maybe BKB TP'd out, but I guess maybe Tusk was in range for
BKB untuk saat ini. Karena udah pasti ini.
Yeah, these engages from
Pasti
Ori
makanannya
just
musuh.
not worked out the way he wanted it to. He's
Kecuali
charging up
mereka
the
posisinya menang ya.
onslaught, and the moment he does that, Insania drops the tombstone before he gets jumped, and the follow-up damage just wasn't there anyways. They didn't even kill the Undying.
Tidak, Aster, jangan kalah guys.
Fight out of that one.
Liquid with a lot of fans here, obviously, now gaining some momentum in this crucial game number 3. Getting this tier 1 tower, but it looks like Aster wants to try to defend.
They're too late.
They are. Tower falls.
Mereka nggak ngincer sih,
now we have a
maksudnya
silver edge
nggak mau masuk.
on Mickey.
STP farming ya.
Gets BKB, so Aster now have another tool against the Pango roll that's been ruining Mona's game so far. Now he can reliably get some damage off.
I got everything off. Yeah. Clicking off there. They need to get the fuck out. He's gonna TP out on Primal too. Oh, he has no. I'm running it. I'm running it. Primal. I'm killing Primal. Look on it. Yeah. Looking at side. Kill two boys. Look on the beast. Running. I'm killing CM.
Oh ya, bom udah pulang ya?
Udah dari lama.
Tuh.
They almost seemed surprised that he was there. It's like, oh, there's a Primal Beast here all alone.
Ini udah semifinal dari finals.
Interesting build from Matu. after the BKB armlet, now has a basher, but
lawannya
not
last
opting
boss
for a
lagi sih
blink
gue
dagger or
main.
anything like that. Instead, going for a nullifier. Very cool item.
Yeah, is a good way for him to counter off the pike from Zara if she doesn't have PvP. Not much else to nullify for now, right?
I mean, if you get it off before the BKB doesn't do anything
cukup
anyway.
bagus.
Yeah.
It remains.
I wonder if...
Oh, dia mau main
But
super
I
X.
feel like Blink Dagger at some point is going to be pretty important for him. But into the Roche Pit, Liquid
Buat
go.
nge-break
And
andainya ya.
Aster have an idea
Enggak,
what's happening. They're going to smoke up. Is it going to be too
Lina
late? No, it's at half
bisa,
HP right now. The Rolling
Pango
Thunder coming
bisa.
in, mostly on illusions. He's going to get roared right off the bat. They're focusing on the pit now.
Free
No
hit,
song to
nggak
come
bisa pakai
as
FC3
Mickey gets
dong.
the Aegis. Song
Ya,
a
Aegis
little
udah
bit late.
terburu
Is there a
diambil
shard on the
dong.
ground? There is. But Boca steals the shard. As here comes the onslaught. Looks like the focus
Masih
is
bisa
on
ambil
the
start
Bucks to
anjir.
start this out. The Naga's going to be the trade. So
Jika
it's a
kalau
1-for-1.
keburu ngambilnya
Matu
itu
wants
satu
to
lagi
fight with a
baru
big
tuh.
multi-shot coming from Monet, but a bigger BKB from
Gila
Motu.
ngeprok
And now they're gonna get
base-nya.
triple kill for Mickey. Aster are dropping like flies. Ori has to BKB. Onslaught to safety. Looks like he's fine. But Liquid coming out on top again in this fight.
Yeah, these Roche calls they've made so far in this game have been absolutely perfect. Again, Zai with the coverage against the Naga rotating in and getting the song off, and it took them quite a while to kill Zai during the roar as well, because he has the armor of Lotus Orb instead of the shard, makes him a lot tankier against the Drow. So you're going to see the replay here. Pretty much same situation as earlier in the game, the exact same spot, same logic.
Tapi lumayan nge-start.
He's like, wait, there's a shard, so we'll go and grab that.
And he consumed it, by the way. We're going to need to see what the other shards are in this game. I mean, there's a Beastmaster shard that he has not purchased in there. I don't know about that auto-consumption. Song healing is...
It is good.
Definitely, it's not
Tapi
bad,
emang iya
but
sih
it's
Draw
one
Ranger
of the
kalau misalnya
weaker ones
beli
on their
Denysyap
teams
juga
for sure.
musuhnya masih pada BKB-nya masih panjang-panjang.
Yeah, that's very surprising that he
I
did.
wonder which the best one is. Like maybe Drow? I don't know. It's maybe Drow or Primal Beast have been good.
I think Beastmasters is the best by far, surely. The diving bombs or whatever.
Yeah, the thing about Dive Bomb being a root, right? They already have the Lotus, which I believe counters it. They have BKBs, so I'm not sure if that does enough compared to the other ones. But either way, they now have a song that heals.
They could have had Rock Throw.
Yeah, I think the Rock Throw could have also been good this game.
I mean, in the pit, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's also amazing for
Draw
Ori because it gives
Ranger,
him a
Ranger.
reliable
Oh, nggak ada
cue
Night Stalker,
that he
nggak ada
can go
ulti.
in. Like if he hits a Rock Throw on, let's say the Night Stalker, perhaps
Oh,
he has the
Night Stalker
confidence
di
to
break
get a
juga
charge that is
lumayan
going to
sih.
connect, right? Yeah, which has been a problem for him so far in this game is going in and actually accomplishing something with his onslaught, which Liquid have covered really well. They're not going to take the
Tower
top tier
hancur.
2. Building their lead to now 7,000.
Thompson udah dibuka, berarti mereka nggak bakal push sampai tier 3.
Aegis in the hands of Lina for another 2.5 minutes. You would imagine they want to go and get the mid tower as well.
Yeah, most likely. Wraith Pact almost online for Boxy. And Matu switched it up. Unfortunately, won't be seeing Nullifier. He's going for the AC, which not only makes him tankier and a little bit more right-clicky, but pushing towers is going to be even easier.
Udah geman anjir.
Siapa gem?
And for the side of Aster,
Iya,
what are the items that they're
Anding.
waiting for? It looks like for XXS, the BKB is still not there. About 1,000 away from finishing that, but it looks like they're going to smoke into this Aegis. Maybe this will catch Liquid off of guard here. Hawk giving a little bit of vision. Boxy in the area. Not going to pop smokes initially, though.
Liquid kind of know this is happening. They break the illusions here.
Yep. And smoke just pops there. Laboka with the instant ensnare. Wants to get off the song.
Gila enak banget dibuka pakai Lotus aja.
Won't need to. They'll just walk away casually, dewarding. Still a little less than 2 minutes on this Aegis.
Yeah. Do they want to use it though? There's no repositioning from Aster, so you can go and hit this tower with Lina, knowing that the Aegis
Mereka mau ngambil
will be
tier
sufficient
duanya yang bawah.
coverage. Like you're not going to get swapped into base and killed there and die again, for example. So,
Oh, jeratain
Spirit in the game? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, well, that's one of the displacement spells, Shannon. There's more than that.
That's true.
Memang kalau mau war harusnya saatnya sekarang
There's
sih,
no
tapi
pudge anymore.
masih bisa
Sadly,
connect sih.
yeah.
Harusnya tadi pas ketahuan kalau ketahuan Lina TP sih
Now
langsung main.
solo pushing bottom tier 2, super confident here.
Wah, tumbamanya kuat
Knowing where
banget.
Aster are, we'll grab this tower.
They're reading the
Biar apa dia?
situation very right. So tier 2 dead, and Mickey can now, poke at the tier 3 a little bit if he wants.
He does.
Now that his teammates are arriving. We see the win probability right now, 77% for Team Liquid in this game number 3.
Guess what? It was 81 for Aster earlier.
Wow, really?
Minute 15. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I looked at it.
Aster.
81? I mean, they were winning, but it wasn't until 80-20. That's wow. Surprising. So yeah, the Aegis looks like it's just going to be expiring the old-fashioned way. And is that because they just didn't have enough time? Is it literally nighttime related, perhaps?
I don't know. I do feel like they could have put this a bit more to use, to be honest. I think there was a way for Mika to push out a little bit more, but like you said, nighttime might be a concern. And also, if you're feeling in a pretty good control of the game, this is maybe the one way you give Aster a big comeback, is setting them up for a successful kill in their base into Song and more kills when they try to escape. This way you can just keep controlling the map. You're closing in on the AC on Night Stalker as well, so that's going to be a part of the next fight. He's coming out now, as a matter of fact.
15.
So yeah, they're just keeping it cool. It's obviously a huge moment for them. This is a very... This is a top 3 at TI.
Yep.
Don't want to mess it up.
Well, the time has been given out for XXS to at least finish his BKB. He's about to get that as Matu's AC gets delivered as well. So some potential power spikes coming out. I mean, a fresh BKB pretty important, but it is a Beastmaster.
Yeah, not sure how impactful this is really going to be. It feels like he's been able to get his roar off the last fights anyway. So I don't really know if this is going to be very noticeable compared to the Night Stalker AC, which is definitely a big bump up in strength for Team Liquid.
Scan coming out, it's gonna miss, but onto the high ground they go. Siamese Cat is completely
mati, CM-nya mati.
He gets destroyed inside with a huge rolling thunder onto 2, forcing the BKB from Monet, as it looks like Baboka will be the sacrifice. So 2 quick kills for Liquid. Tombstone has been expended along with the Dark Ascension. And now the high ground they go.
Makin lama CM udah kayak kedip aja.
Supports for Aster have buyback. Here comes the pulverized BKB from Ori. Instant roar, but there's the Lotus.
Gila digebuk-gebuk Malina. Sakit
banget. The BKB from Matu able to walk away from the song relatively easily, but actually stuck inside him.
Naikin.
Reeled in to the high ground. I never thought I'd see
mati juga lagi. Buyback.
He's going to right-click a bit onto the tower, but now that the reel-in is down, there's nothing to fear for Liquid. In a 5v4 situation,
kalau mau kayak gitu ya mending
with the Basher,
belaga Denysyap sih daripada beli Manta dulu. Biar damage-nya persenannya lumayan. 2% darah.
I wonder if he's going to go for Axe next just to ramp
Cross
up on that, or
arrow,
if he will get another
stack to
defensive
the
item like
enemy.
Lincoln's. But yeah, another huge moment for Liquid. Die back on Naga. They lost absolutely nothing there, Liquid did, right? Nope, nothing at all.
Aghanimnya yang buat nyebar itu ya.
Aganimnya cross arrow, kalau Aganimnya itu gebuk biasa nanti bisa mantul kanan kiri.
Iya kayak si Luna.
Iya. And that means he won't have that in the follow-up fight here as Naga returns to the fight.
I was hoping we get a replay of the reel-in, if I'm being honest. Really hype. Good initiation from Ori though.
And they just don't have enough damage. He's too tanky.
14.000 network.
Drow is not quite there yet.
Wait, we're gonna wait, reel in, wait. There it is! Unbelievable! And then he dies. Very dangerous fish to reel in, no doubt about it. As like you said, Roche is probably next on the list here for Liquid if they can continue to have this map control. We won't know for another 10 seconds when it spawns. As now Matu is eyeing the nullifier. Is it just for the Hurricane Pipe? Oh, there's also a Ghost Scepter on Siamese Cat. Yep. I don't think there's any Yules though. But still, pretty big counters to both those items. And it's going to be a relatively late Roche.
AK is so insanely farmed. I just realized he's 150 CS ahead of the next hero in the game.
And he seems to have a double damage quite often this game.
Yeah.
Ori will clean up the wave, still be forced to glyph though.
Yeah.
This should not be underestimated how much this could end up meaning later. Because the Roche will be falling likely before this glyph comes back up, whichever team gets it. And if that is Liquid, that basically opens up for a free tier 3. They'll obviously get another glyph after that, but this Radiant lineup kills towers really fast if Lino gets to just stand and deliver.
Indeed. But Aster, they want to aggress, they're going to find
ceprok. Masalahnya kalau nggak bisa dimatiin sama aja bohong. Buka. Oke, gebuk, mati. Satu, tukar, drive.
taking
Ori
damage as
mati.
well. So it's a
My
1-for-1 in
god,
terms of the
Beast
position
Master
threes,
baru mati
but they
cepet banget.
lose the Primal Beast as well. And no buyback here for Aster as they're left with 3 members. And still 50 seconds on Roche, so
Siren juga nggak bisa buka
Aster will
ulti cepet-cepet.
technically, in fact, everyone will be up.
Such an awkward situation to play as Naga Siren there as well, right? What do? Do you use Song to try to save your Beastmaster with the heal? Then you're
Kalau
also saving
mau
the
cepet
enemy
ya pakai
tank.
Arcane Blink itu.
Or actually, no, he could have Songed, right? He was in roll. I actually think Baboka maybe with the heal would have made the difference, but he was holding on to it.
Yang itu, yang Arcane dulu kan lupa aku namanya. Yang buat cepetin delay-nya.
Buat hero apa?
Si Siren.
Oh, nggak guna maksudnya. Maksudnya tadi tuh Siren mau buka. Nggak bisa, percuma juga. Siren kalau mau buka ulti tadi si Pangonya kan udah mau mati. Ntar kalau dia buka malah nggak bisa dikit. Tuskarnya selamat kayak gitu. Masalahnya Draw Ranger-nya nggak ada damage. Kejar! 1 kena 4. Enggak, 3 doang. Oke, GG harusnya Liquid yang menang. Bisa masuk sekarang.
5 versus 3. They're gonna get the melee racks and likely go for Roche after. Although there are no creeps here, so the backdoor protection is enabled.
Udah 3 ronde. Ini udah 1 game 1-1.
The question is, are they going to stop there? Mickey is insanely farmed. He's so far ahead. 10k over the Drow.
Now they're going for the second set.
Yes.
Yep. They know
Jebol,
That's 2 sets.
Rex kalah. Oke, Aster go home.
Pulang aja.
But they do have to be careful. We've seen the song come into play, and it's going to be up in 6 seconds.
Yeah. Matsu does not want to go home today. Could have been his last game, but he's 10-0 and 11 on the Night Stalker that his coach said he can't play.
10-0 nggak paham.
So kind of making a point that he can play whatever you damn want.
That's right. And they're in the Roche pit.
Kaya banget lo 30.000
Roche
ini.
has the Aghanim Scepter, which I hope it's on Matu. For the love of God, please.
It will probably be on
Speednya kenceng.
Damn it. Wait.
It was on currently Zai. Okay, yeah, they want the extra fast chance.
Okay, fair enough.
Also good.
Very good Ags.
We're discussing him buying it himself. Now he just gets it for free.
And look at that, he's top 3 net worth now. Would you look at that, Cinder? And after that rough start, all it takes is some Roches.
He had a great start. No surprise to see him on 3rd here.
And Aster left to be kind of in defense mode, but the longer they're in defense mode, the bigger the deficit becomes. 32k lead for Liquid as they're on the doorstep of securing themselves top 3 here.
99%
That's going to lead to, potentially, if this happens, 3 EU teams left at TI11.
Tuh.
And we have Mickey.
Kalau dia pakai Aghanim masih bisa nembus loh.
The Lincolns is already proc, but there's the instant wall.
Sadly di stun and nggak buka di BKB untuk nge-heal. Tetap aja sakit.
Gives them a little bit of space, but he's getting controlled now. The rolling
Zai is dead. Enggak, Zai-nya masih hidup. Sirennya mati. Draw Ranger mati juga. Udah. GG harusnya dia. GG ya.
Snowball coming in. Walrus punch to follow. How much do they want to die if your freezing field gets canceled? CM has to buy back into the game.
Itu emang harus agak insert menurut
Not enough to
Bull ya namanya.
keep them outside the fountain, so Liquid forcing themselves to go for the mega creeps. And Liquid looking extremely good, and we talked about the momentum from the last 5 days. It has definitely continued here today. And on to the throw, and GG
Scope.
Team Liquid move on.
Senyum. Mantap banget senyum.
TI11.
Oke, Kongres Liquid. Mantap. Sayang sekali Aster, tim Cina udah nggak ada lagi guys.
But the constant that has been working for Liquid so well in the playoffs.
Tim Cina gak ada lagi dah.
Udah nggak ada. With an outstanding performance.
Saya Liquid,
Secret
sama
he did
itu lagi apa sih?
an amazing job this game. Liquid can be so proud. Top 3 secured. They will know who they're playing against after the next series coming up later today, but I feel like no matter who loses that one, it's hard to call them a favorite at this point.
I was gonna
really scared.
The momentum, we've seen it so many TIs. I mentioned it earlier. This is a team you do not want to play against right now. You could put Night Stalker position 1 for God's sake, and it worked out here for Liquid. Let's go to the panel and see what they have to say about Matu and the rest of Liquid's performance.
Thank you very much, Sunsfan and Sinner. And indeed, Matu's career continues for a little bit longer, and they are making it to the final day. We'll see them, of course, again tomorrow.